Welcome to what many call the original Death Valley, Clemson, South Carolina, where the crowd is rocking in anticipation of the showdown we have in store. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. The Rebels will put total leather and will get started. On the move from inside is 5. And the returner is brought down, but there is a flag on the play. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on first down.
We gotta wait.
They'll start this drive with a pass. They're working that left side. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking to throw, it's Bolden. Gonna take a shot at this.
Ain't gonna lie, boy. It sound like you struggled for a minute, boy.
Touchdown, Tiger! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like it, scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Rebels offense will go to work for the first time today. And you'd better be sharp throwing the football to the outside, Jesse, because both of these teams have lock-up corners.
Yeah, we was in a work.
Baiting you into throwing their way as well. You got to be careful. And David, I like these guys too because they're not afraid to get their face in the fan and support the run game.
No doubt. And it's fun because when you're a defense and you can shut down half the field, you can do so many different things to give other guys help because you trust these guys on an island outside.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. He'll try it again. Pushes the pile for a couple of yards down at the 12. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. And the Rebels send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm. It's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. Looking for a man. It's Bolden. Going up top. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Good execution. They moved the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. He'll just keep slinging it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Now 2nd and 10. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass.
Y'all do too much.
Shot here. Touchdown, Clemson. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they can become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick
Hey, y'all need
find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Connection to the right. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
Play action does so many things. When you run the football and have success, it slows everybody down. Not just the linebackers and the safeties and make them come up, but the defensive line, they're thinking run as well, slows down the pass rush, gives me a little bit more time to develop routes and make it really easy on my quarterback.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very...
And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Looking to throw, it's Bolden. Gets it out fast. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Across the 25, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. After the misconnection, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Coming after it, looking to buy time. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So it's an 80-yard drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Now the play fake. Looking to scramble. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. And that pass picked off. And he didn't squeeze it. It's loose.
I got to tell you, man, I'm impressed. Not with the throw, not with the decision, but how the offense flew around after the interception, getting to the ball, David, and creating that fumble.
And I think the QB...
Nah, y'all go. I'm in a game. I'm coming, though.
Relief. You thought you made a game-changing pick, but how about flying to the football, like you said, making the tackle, getting the football out, recovering it, and, you know, getting a first down. That's how you do it.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on them. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The Rebels decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He gets a block. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Looking to pass. It's Bolden. Working that left side now. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Offense in an empty set. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking to throw on 2nd down. And it's caught! Touchdown, Clemson! This dude is putting on a show, taking up residence in the end zone by the air and by the ground, in keeping with what Clemson looks for in a quarterback.
Man, this is unbelievable. I mean, you've seen so many great guys run through, and Clemson majors in quarterbacks that can throw, can run, and really be dynamic. And this guy is having himself a day.
Line gets set, 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped. And the Rebels are in the hurry-up. It's a draw. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. The Rebels will line up to punt it away. Makes a move. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play call.
He's loose. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Scanning the field, it's Bolden. Deep shot for the end zone. And that one's going to be incomplete. He was throwing for the touchdown, but just couldn't get the foot down inbounds. Couldn't make the play on 1st down. They'll try it again. 2nd and 10 from the 27. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
I bet this coaching staff is jacked up to get this offense firing so fast early in the season. On point. A lot of times it takes time to build the rhythm. It takes time to get it rolling. This offense starting the season off with a bang.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
That last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
They'll run it behind the big guys on the left.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. He looks that one in nicely. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the 1st down. It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. He lobs one high down the left side. And it's picked off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. The offense set for a 1st down play. Quarterback checking off. He'll start this drive firing. He'll try to do it himself. Fires into traffic. It's picked off.
Illegal forward pass.
So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Offense getting set for 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. And the Rebels want to crank the tempo. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Going to the ground. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. The Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the punt team able to swing him to the ground. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Dropping back, it's Bolden. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Catch and stride inside the 15. They finally get him stopped. Man, oh man, did he almost make a play to end this half, but stopped on a touchdown-saving tackle. Clemson will kick this deep to get the 2nd half underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Got blown out in the 1st half, and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the 3rd quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. Right back to the well. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. He'll keep it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. Never a doubt.
That makes the score. Clemson, 35. Ole Miss, 10.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. Still on his feet at the 45. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. It's complete. He's off to the races. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Bolden. Touchdown, Tigers! And the stomping has commenced. And with the extra point, they've pushed the lead out a little further. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Grabbed behind the line. It's White. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Under a minute to go here in the 3rd quarter. Off the play fake. And he's going to go down at the 1. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Rebels line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Here comes the offense on 1st down. He wants to throw. Quick strike complete. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Clemson trying to put its paws on a productive red zone trip. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They're going to throw it again. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Back to throw, it's Bolden. Touchdown, Clemson! And the punishment has been extended.
Well, I think this home environment was just too much for their opponents to handle. There's been unbelievable noise and energy. The crowd showed up today, but how about the playmaking on the field? These guys have got dudes all over the field, and this kind of win week one sends a statement and reverberates all across college football.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. They'll throw it on first down. He finds his man. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. 2nd and 7 from the 15. He's looking to throw. Got his man quickly. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Comes out throwing on first down. Using the quick game. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the first down. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Works the middle. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And the ball is picked off. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28. Offense set on first down. Looking downfield, it's Bolden. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Makes the grab on the left. Knocked down after a short game, but enough to move those chains. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. He's going to pass. Pulls it in. At the 45 on its way. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. Here comes Clemson with another first down. Looking to move it through the air. Got his man. He's all the way down to the 37-yard line, and they are threatening. Quarterback empties his backfield. Trying to find his man on first down. Gets it out fast. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. One more play to pad the stats. They'll throw it on first down. Gets it out quickly. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end. The old coaching...